What up, amigos? Welcome. My name is El Beardy. Today we're playing a bit of SP Tarkov. Now, before I get into it, just a reminder, at the end of this series we will be focusing on live streams rather than pre-edited videos, as editing is very time consuming and I don't have a lot of time right now. So don't forget to give my Twitch a follow, El Beardy TV, or stay tuned, subscribe to the YouTube channel and you will hopefully get notifications when I go live. Last time we were bulk shorelining. I actually recorded a hell of a lot more that episode, but I've tried to edit it to keep it to around about an hour per episode. So what you're about to see is the end of the last recording session, as well as the beginning of the next one. I'll probably end up splitting that one into the following episode again. But anyways, let's get into it. One more key we need is the Emicom. It's only 66k. I'm going to slot that straight in the docs case. Now, I don't think I can buy another one of them yet, can I? I can. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy another docs case, 100k, just because I'm getting a few keys now. So if I just take the ones I don't need out, which is a bit silly because that's all of them, really. But anyway, Emicom, 1 key. Right. Everything else is pretty Mickey Mouse. How's that? Okay, that needs repairing. Now, this is something I don't normally do. I recently watched a video and learned about this and decided that it is actually an excellent idea. So I see zero reason not to do it. 57k for a weapon repair kit. Cheap as chips. And then we slot that down here anytime we need to repair a weapon. The reason I wouldn't normally do this is because repairing weapons is a great way to level money, particularly for Skier, whom I don't normally sell stuff to. But we can just, when we need to, we're 6 levels off leveling up and a hell of a lot of rep. When the time comes where we actually need to spend money on him, we just sell everything we can to him. That's not an issue at all. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. So repairing our own weapons. Look at this. First weapon. That's gold. I don't actually remember the implications of what a gold weapon does, but that's the objective, is that the higher your repair skill, the more likely a weapon becomes gold. It does something cool. I can't remember. Maybe I'll look it up and I'll tell you next episode. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to need food and drink for this next raid. So I'll bring in a milk because that gives me 20 and 30. And that'll probably last us for that raid. And what we're going to do this time is not that one. We're going to go into Interchange. We have vitamins. So there's 2 chemical containers on Interchange that we need to collect to be able to complete that, so that when we go back to Shoreline, I just got out of that. I shouldn't have got out of it. When we go back to Shoreline, we get the 3rd one. Task done. The reason I want to go to Interchange is because we need to make progress on this. 25 scavs on Interchange. Big sale is what we'll try and do. We just need to walk through a couple of stores on Interchange. Leveling Ragman up and unlocking further quests down his quest line will actually free us up space, because we are carrying quite a lot of quest items to turn into him. They're doing nothing. They're wasting up space. I'd rather get rid of them. So that's the objective for this raid. Off to Interchange. I'm pretty sure the last time we were here on this playthrough, we got absolutely murdered by Killer. So here's hoping that doesn't happen again. Alright, we're in. Our flashlight is on, but that's fine. Oh, you fool! I was going to do a night raid. You absolute pleb Beardy. Yes. Yep, another classic brain fart from Beardy. I was going to do a night raid on Interchange because we need to get that Eagle Hour task done. Killing scavs outside of daylight hours. I can't remember what the hours are. We only have 2 more scav kills to get. But the reason I was going to do it on Interchange, yes, it's dark and miserable out here, but by the time we actually get inside, there is lighting. And between that and our flashlight, it would be pretty reasonable to be able to see. God, I cannot believe... Yeah. I'm such a pill. Alright. Doesn't matter. We still have our objectives. Our other objectives aren't going to change because of that. I'm a little bit mad at myself, but it's not the end of the world. Now, I'm a little bit wary about going near Ollie, which is down that end, because that's where Killer's been the last couple of times I've seen him. In my casual playthroughs, in other accounts, I've not actually seen him at all recently, so fingers crossed he's still a ghost. But I'm just going to pretend like he's here. Because I'd rather, you know, play it safe. I actually hate coming in this side of the shopping centre. But this is exactly where we need to go for some of our quests. Is that above me? Must have been. I think it was. I can hear him coming down the escalator. Okay, I don't like that. I don't know where that scav was. I think he was above me, but I can't confirm. He was yelling naughty words at me, I know that much. I don't speak Russian, but I've been told. I think he's opted to stay upstairs, which quite frankly is probably the best option for his health, because I need scav kills, so if he decided to come downstairs, he and I would have some issues. Oh, Trimadol, I need that. Putting it in there is probably not the best option, because if I die, it's not found in raid anymore. But still worth a bit of money. It's also a pretty reasonable stim. I think he is coming in, actually. Now, this is where... not there. Where is it? I've lost it. I went past it. You fool. That's the vitamins item. But we still need to extract with it. Money! Don't really need the item vitamins. Yeah, I think he's definitely come downstairs. Might have walked away. I'm actually going to dip over to this tech store over here, because this little lovely shop can have graphics cards in it. Relay's not bad. Fortunately, this time it does not. But that's okay. I won't hold it against it. I've actually found a graphics card in there before, so... you know, maybe next time. I haven't had any gunshots, which raises concerns. Probably means Killer's not in this raid. But it doesn't guarantee it. So that was the Emacom key we just used. So this is the Emacom facility, I guess. Supposedly LEDX is spawned in here, but I've never seen it. Another one of those things, right? They tell you it happens. Maybe one person thinks they found it there one time, but they probably didn't. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. Right. Badminton's no good. That's the other vitamins canister. So once again, we do need to extract with it. But now that we've got it, I think that's where the graphics card normally spawns. Sorry, the graphics card, the LED-X normally spawns. I have seen graphics cards spawn there. So I've seen graphics cards, but not LED-X's spawning in here. I don't know why a graphics card would spawn in a medical facility, but you know what? It just works. It just works. Okay. I just realised too, we were supposed to be doing big sale. I've made no progress on that whatsoever. So I might have to get on that right now. Costin is in fact one... Oops, I didn't mean to reload. Man, my fat fingers. There we go, Costin. So the point of big sale, again, to what I was saying earlier about maps and their quests, big sale's sort of like it's a bit like the delicious sausage, which we'll do on Streets of Tarkov when we go to Streets. It's sort of like these are the places we want you to go, but really just to get you to walk around the map and get to know it, sort of deal. Nice. Now this is why we... Oh, nice. That's a marked key. So this is why we check jackets, ladies and gentlemen. It's a reserve marked key. There are about 4 or 5 reserve marked keys, so it's not particularly special in that regard. But the rooms that are unlocked by marked keys have notoriously good loot. Usually. Once again, in my experience, I've found that they sort of leave you wanting. But, yeah, we'll go check it out next time we're at reserve. This is Trend, yet another store for big sale. So we've ticked that off of our task list. I did, I have in the past found that the way the AI PMCs work on this map, and I've not noticed it on any other map. They might do it on other maps, but I've just not come across it. On Interchange, they hide in the shops, in the corners. They make no noise, no indication that they're there whatsoever, and then you just walk past and they'll blast you. And it's such a bizarre thing because that actually does accurately reflect what playing on Interchange is like in the regular game. Because, look, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I do it too. If you hear a player coming, you hide and you wait for them to come past. If they cross your line of sight, you shoot them. It's a good way to get kills and it's a good way to stay alive. But the fact that the AI do it, and the fact that they only seem to do it on this map, is bizarre. Like every other map, they sort of just run around like bots because that's what they are. So it's interesting. This is Top Brand, another of these stores we had to visit for big sale. I'm gonna do something a little bit risky here, and I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Hang on. I thought I heard someone panting. I'm gonna go through the tech store here. This is a little bit close to Ollie. I don't like it because Ollie, as I said, is where Killer likes to hang out, or has liked to hang out in the past. But these tech stores, ooh-wee, they have the goods, let me tell ya. Let me tell ya. Wires. That's a scav. He might have been shooting at me. I think he is shooting at me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run across to Rasmussen, which is another tech store. That's a PMC voice line I just heard. Drills we need. I'm not going to pick up that other drill though. I don't need that many drills. Or rather, I don't want to be carrying them around. What I do need... I didn't think to look closely for them because they can be hard to spot. CPUs. They, Oh yeah, electrical components. The CPUs, they're just like a little tiny, obviously like a regular CPU, tiny little square. And they sometimes phase into the shelf as well, so you might not even spot them. Oh, that's the PMC, I heard him. I'm gonna nade him. No, it's a scav. Oh my god. I'm surrounded. That's the PMC. Sounds like he ran away. No, he didn't. No! Bugger off! I don't know why this scav and this PMC aren't fighting. There we go. Surely some of those bullets killed him. Right, I don't know if I got the task for this. This is Avocado. This should be the last store we need to run into. We must have already got it. Well, that got a bit messy. I'm just going to hang out in here for a minute. Top up our mags. Yeah, that's so bizarre. They both came from the same direction. I heard both of them talking, but neither of them shot at each other. They both went for me. Unusual. Very unusual. Anyway. That's just an optic. I could stick around here and loot, but I don't want to waste... Whoops. That was a desk pop. I don't want to waste too much time trying to pick up loot. We're at a point now where we do kind of need to get out of here. But one of the reasons I did want to come here is because I wanted to find CPUs. So I do know there's PCs just here. But then also, while I'm here, this place has some very good little biddies. Bitcoins, gold chains, and the like in here. Very valuable items. That's a chainlet. Chainlet is not valuable. But, whoop. Roller, there you go. Very valuable. Very valuable item. It's another chainlet. Okay. Check some computers on the way out. What's my extract, by the way? It'd have to be Emicom, right? Yep. It's a weird spot for a shotgun stock. I don't really need it. Caps we will need later. I've probably got an absolute truck ton of caps already. But while we're looting PCs, I might as well pick them up. Bit of juice, wouldn't go astray. Another stock. Weird. Okay, what have we got there? Actually, this room has a computer in it as well, I think. Has a safe, or a weapon safe. No computers. I'm quite disappointed, actually. And nothing in there. Oh, Golnik. I can't believe I nearly left that there. That's like the best kind of AK ammo you can get. Ooh. Do we still need CPU fans? Do we still need CPU fans? I thought we finished that. Well. Well, well, well. Now. I actually don't like the idea of coming out this way. It's making me nervous. Again, this is just way too close to Ollie for comfort. He's actually better than I thought. Gonna sneak down here though. No need to cause suspicion or a fuss. Didn't find the CPU though. Bit of a shame. Ironically, scavs often have CPUs on them when you kill them, but now that I think about it, I didn't loot any of those scavs I killed, so that's probably why we haven't found one. Ooh. Hideout key. I don't think that's particularly special. I'm gonna chuck it in there anyway. I think that's for a quest much, much later in the game, which, in all honesty, we probably won't get to in this playthrough. I've never gotten there before, and I've spent many, many hours playing this game. Yeah. But, you know, we'll hang on to it for now. Might be worth selling. Probably not, though. Pretty sure those keys with a single use on them, they... most of them anyway, I don't know if this works for every single one, but they have like a static spawn. So like there's the unknown key and the machinery key on customs. They always spawn every single raid in the same spot. But there's only one of them. I believe the Skybridge key on Streets of Tarkov is another like that. There's always scavs over there where I'm looking. And if there's not scavs, there's PMCs. And although I would love to go and get in a fight and kill them, I don't really have the gun for the kind of range we're at. And there's not really a good way to approach there from this side. So I'd rather just take it wide. We'll go and extract. We've done what we needed to do. Might even be a little bit cheeky. I don't normally do this, but I'm feeling brave. There is in fact a hidden stash amongst these rocks just here. Whilst we're currently not being shot at. Take them with us. And get out of here. Don't know if we really need matches for anything, but doesn't hurt to have them on hand. They can be used in certain crafts. And that grenade we'll probably just sell, because I think we've handed all those over to Prapper. We did that earlier. Plonk. Okay, we killed a player. We did. We killed that player. Yeah, we must have killed him. Alright, cool. Excellent. I don't know how. I didn't really get to pick up his dog tag, but that's fine. Right, so our Tushonka has finished crafting as well. So we grab ourselves them ones. It's only 2. I feel like we needed more than 2. Which is a bit of a shame. Didn't we already upgrade that? I feel like we did. Anyway, so our Tushonka's there. So, CPU fans, farming. Oh wow, we need way more CPU fans. I had no idea, I thought we finished that. Yeah, right, okay, play on. Mistake in there. We completed Big Sale. That doesn't unlock any new tasks. I think it's supposed to, but in this version of the game it doesn't until we complete Make Ultra Great again, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, we do. We need quite a few more of those. So I might even just go back to the hideout and craft them again. So let's just make sure we don't make that mistake. Those are handed in. That one we'll get on Shoreline when we return to Shoreline. Now, we did have a few tasks. I think we're gonna go back to Interchange first and foremost, because I did stuff up on the last one. I made a bit of a whoopsie. We're killing scavs on Interchange, but also we need to get this Eagle Owl task done. 2 more scavs between the hours of 9 PM and 4 AM. So without using night vision. Obviously I made the mistake a few episodes ago. I did that on a Shoreline raid to try and get that done, and it was just an absolute nightmare. You guys couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything. Not good viewing, and you know, unless you're sitting at home in a darkened room by yourself playing alone, it's not really fun to do. So Interchange was the map I chose to do this on, because Interchange is actually a moderately well lit up map at night time. It shouldn't have too much of an impact on, you know, viewability. So we're going to do that. We're going to go back in. We're going to try and get some more scav kills, and we'll go from there. But all right, Interchange now 11:40 PM is absolutely perfect. That's prime time. Okie doke. So even on the outside here, it's actually a very starry night. Very well lit up. I think, yeah, the unfortunate thing about that shoreline raid too from a couple episodes ago was probably that it was stormy as well. I do recall because that was the day that I was recording and you could actually hear the thunder from outside of my house on the recording, which is impressive, but, you know, not ideal from a content creator's perspective. And then we went into a raid and it was stormy in the raid. So that was also probably why it was so dark. But nonetheless, we've come into, this is the underground car park beneath Ollie. And I was pretty vocal last time that I'm a little bit wary about Ollie because every time I run into old Killbot 5000, he's hanging out outside Ollie. So I'd rather not go up either of these escalators. I'm going to go up over the collapsed floor here at Rasmussen. And we do still need CPUs. So tech stores are a good place to find them. I think computer blocks are actually a better place to find them. I should have brought more nades. I don't have any. I think I heard a scav up here. Oh, what? I thought I killed him. Oh my god. Cheeky little mongrel. Okay. What have you got for me? Pretty banged up AK. I'm going to take it anyway. I do want to repair weapons. As we established in the last episode, we bought ourselves a weapon repair kit, so repairing weapons is actually really viable. I was meant to look up what the gold weapons do, and I forgot. Well, that's Eagle Owl done, so we don't have to worry about this task anymore. What kind of ammo have you got, my friend? Not very good ammo. Might drink that, we're a bit low on energy. Okay. Off to a good start. Ooh, that's a bright flashlight, my goodness. I'm not gonna... You know what, I will. I'll take the wires. I was gonna say I'm not gonna take the wires because we can craft them in the hideout, but power cords are actually pretty essential. You do need them a little bit later on, and they come in handy. I'd rather not use my power cords to craft wires. Caps we'll need later. Oh, excuse me. I've mentioned in a couple episodes now that I'm very hay feverish at the moment, so I'm a little bit sniffly. I do apologise. Yeah, springtime in Australia. It's a beautiful time of the year. You know what? I don't need to go that way. I'm not going to go that way. We'll go find some more scavs elsewhere. And hopefully find some PCs with some CPUs in them, perhaps. It's ironic, to be honest, that most of my playthroughs of SP, I've spent the bulk of my time on Interchange just absolutely farming the life out of every single computer on the map, because there is a lot. Like, Interchange has a humongous amount of PCs on it, And while I'm doing that, I get my scav kills for make Ultra great again. But I haven't had the need to do that through this playthrough because we found so many graphics cards. Where'd this guy go? Oh my god. Where is he? Dude shot at me and then just turned into a puff of smoke. Oh, wow. We got him. This is where the UMP45 is a phenomenal weapon. Given the... I think you used to be able to get it at Peacekeeper level 1. But nowadays it's Peacekeeper level 2. But even still, that's pretty early in the game to get such a powerful weapon. Like, look at the gear this guy was... Wait. He wasn't... Never mind. He wasn't wearing any armor whatsoever. The absolute pleb. And... Oh, I do want to take that. That's a pretty good gun. But, So what we'll do... Unload that. Take that. We might even just remove that. There we go, there we go. We are tremendously overweight. But it's fine. I could take his helmet too. But I just don't know. No, it doesn't work with a headset. So I'm not interested in walking around without a headset. So you can just keep that, my friend. No idea, cash register keys, nothing special, but we might as well take it. I think I just get rid of that, yeah. It was a nice idea I had to repair it and then potentially use it for Punisher 3, I think it is, but doesn't matter. Does not matter. Now, the reason I came this way... Check for our gold tier spawns on the way. There you go. Gold chain. I do really want to find bitcoins. Bitcoins, to me, are probably the most important thing in the world right now. Because the sooner we can accumulate 10 bitcoins... That's only a chainlet. The sooner we can accumulate 10 bitcoins, the sooner we can get a weapon case. And every single one of my playthroughs, I've always found stash space in particular is your biggest issue. Weapons are what take up the most space. You know, you can get your med cases to hide all your meds and your ammo boxes to hide all your ammo. And then I feel like I've heard that that's valuable. I'm going to try and sell it on the fleet and see how much it's worth. Yeah, you know, you get mag cases to carry all your mags, and you get all that stuff, and then you're left with just a stash completely filled with guns. And so a weapon case, not as space efficient as some of those others. You can only stash a handful of weapons in them. But yeah, they take up the space of one weapon, and they can take like 3 or 3.5, you know, like maybe a small weapon like that AK. Just massive, absolutely game-changing investment. And of course, the more you have, the better it is, but they're so valuable, you can't buy them on the flea. And yeah, at least where I'm up to in the game, I don't need it. The only way to get them is through bartering of bitcoins. There's another barter you can do later on, which is actually a little bit more viable. It's like electric motors and stuff like that. But I think we're quite a way off that. So I think 855A1's pretty good. I'm gonna take this muzzle thread adapter. What do we get rid of? Let's get rid of wires. We don't need wires. We'll take that ammo. Excuse me. We'll take that ammo. Thank you. Now. Wait, why have I got these mags? I don't need them. That's silly. What are you doing, Beardy? Sort yourself out. An absolute mess. I am very heavy, by the way. I can feel it. I'm trying to walk, and yeah, very sluggish. Just not a lot going on. Might as well top these mags up while there's a bit of a lull in activity, because there's every possibility we'll go back out into Goshen and there'll be scavs again, so... Or players. So the plan at the moment is to just run to the other side of Goshen here. Hopefully there's no meanies in the way. Or at least, you know, scavs maybe, because we need to kill scavs and they're a little bit more lenient. And I've just had a massive brainwave. Anyone who's actually played this game is probably screaming at me that I should have done this last raid too. We need 2 shonkers for that therapist task. We're literally in the best spawn in the entire game for food, and we're not checking it. So let's just go have a look for those little shonkers. While we're at it, like, we're low on energy anyway, so we need food. You know, it'd be a bit embarrassing if we spend half of this game in this store, and then on the way out we start dying from lack of food, and you know. Might even hit that pineapple juice, I reckon. That stuff's good. There's a Tushonka. So I'm going to drop a grenade for it, because we don't need that many grenades. And there's another Tushonka, so I'll drop another grenade. Ah, I didn't need to, but I did. And that one, I think that's all we needed. Was it only 3 more? Mayonnaise is pretty valuable, I'll pick that up. I hope that wasn't a PMC voice line I just heard. We need one more. Oops. So I'm gonna hang on to that, because we do still want to have some sort of grenade on hand. What do we do here? I'll drop a circuit board. That's not another Tushonka, I lied. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. There's a big Tushonka. Don't really need too much more energy now, so we're fine on that front. Come on, it's gonna be one more little Tushonka. There it is. Okay. We're good now. Alright. Makes me nervous when there's doors open in these places, but I think they spawn open. Oh, look at that. Circuit board. We'll get rid circuit board. CPU. We'll get rid of a circuit board, is what I was trying to say. Totally, 100%. The reason I'm hanging on to this Geiger counter, by the way, I have found in the past, they sell really well on the flea. Not always, not every time. I believe when you get to the late game, there's a barter for like 60 round mags for an M4 or something like that. I can't remember. And so like the game sort of progresses with you as you level up. So, you know, at the start of the game, you find a Geiger counter, you've just unlocked the flea, you throw it up, and it's like 12k, which for a 2-slot item, 2-sell item, not really amazing. Whereas later in the game, I think it was like 60 or 70k. Maybe not that much. Maybe it was like 40 or 50k. But, you know, when you're talking that much for a 2-slot item, that's like, you know, 10, 20k per slot. Like that's where you want to be getting. And, yeah, a little, underrated achiever in that regard. This is dangerous now. I'm coming out at the idea end. But, I'm doing it for a reason. I'll turn that off. I do want to loop back around. What is my extract actually? Railway. It's up this way anyway. That's a PMC shooting a pistol, I think. Just up here somewhere. So we don't need PMC kills right now. We will when we get chumming, which is another nightmare of a task. But for the time being, we'll just dip back around here. How are we doing for time, actually? 20 minutes, we're good. I kind of feel obliged to check these jackets again, because this is where we found that marked key last raid. No good. If we check in here, excuse me, check in here. I might actually shut the door. I don't want anybody wandering in behind me. Yeah, I don't know how much more I expect to loot because we are pretty chockers and we're definitely at weight capacity. But no, I don't know. Just I believe this place has some pretty high tier loot spawns, and I just want to sort of investigate that. So there's a cat. I won't pick it up. Salua, I kind of do want to pick up. I don't know why I'm still carrying a bottle of water. That's a bit weird. So let's just get rid of that. Whoops. Okay. A helix? Ooh, and some RAM. Yes, because RAM is very important in surgery. Morphine. I almost don't want to take the morphine. It's taking up a space we don't necessarily want taken up. I'm keeping the cricket too, can't remember if I've mentioned this in a previous episode. I like to stockpile crickets and zibbos because they can be used to craft fuel. So they're very common. They only take up one slot, and yeah, it's basically free fuel. You craft them in the lavatory, so the lavatory doesn't even consume fuel to craft. It's one of those things that, like, if I found a graphics card or a LED-X and I had to make room for one more item, sure, I could drop a cricket, no worries. But ultimately, they're one of those things that you just pick them up from time to time. You find a cricket, I'll chuck it in the bag. You know, you find a Zibbo, I'll whack that in the rig, and then, you know, you think to yourself, I might see what I can craft in the lavatory, and you need like 2 Zibbos to craft, and they're like 8k each on the flea or 12k each on the flea or whatever it is. Bang, 24k for a container of fuel. You look that up on the flea and it's like 120k. So you've literally just paid 10% of the cost for a fuel container. It's just one of those things, you know, not crucial, not important, not the be all end all, but, you know, something to just sort of keep in the back of the mind that, you know, you just chip away at it, and it's free money, you know, you can't lose. At this point, I'm really just fluffing about. We probably should get out of here. I do know every time I come here, scavs do like to sort of just float around, and ultimately we do want to get scav kills. So I was hoping that would be the case, but if not, we will just extract from here. We'll bug out and mosey on home. It is very quiet though. I'm not even hearing shots like elsewhere in the mall. It's a weird one. I'd like to take the meds because they're very good for crafts, but we don't have the room for them. They're another one that I do try. Oh, I need that horse. Yeah, there we go. There's some shots. Let's just drop the eagle. The only reason I had the eagle is because that's used for crafting certain types of ammo, and I do like to craft like a Golnik that we picked up in that little box in the last raid. That's oh, green bat's good. That's you know, one of the most valuable ammos in the game, or not valuable, but like as far as the AK caliber goes, it's probably the best kind you can get, I think. And it's amazing. Like, you'll come up against a gear bloke and just pump a few bullets in him and he'll just fall over. And yeah, you can't buy it on the flea, as far as I'm aware. If you can get it from traders, it's like max, probably prepper, max level, and it'd be a barter for a box of 30 rounds or something like that. Or you can craft it in the workbench, which a bit of stuffing around to get it done. But I reckon it's worth it. You know, again, it's one of those things that I try to do while I'm playing. Let's just say I'm running around with my UMP45 and I'm crafting a Golnik back at the hideout, and then I die, and then I use my AKM, so I'm using a different type of ammo again, still crafting some Golnik back in the hideout, and then I might have a task where I have to get kills with an AK. So then we switch over, or PMC kills, and if you're coming up against geared opponents, you know, you want to have the right gun and the right ammo, Golnik might be the one you're going for. By the time you've done that, you've crafted it a couple of times, you switch over to your AK, you've probably got 200 bullets of a Golnik, you know, which, invaluable, really. So that's just another thing that I do. I sort of keep in the back of the mind, ticking over while I'm sort of playing. I actually couldn't tell you what the components are to craft it, but I know Eagle and Hawk are used for, that's the red gunpowder is Hawk. some of the higher level ammo types, because there's other types. There's AP rounds for 9x19mm. So again, you might be, using your Golnik, running around trying to get PMC kills on Interchange or whatever, and then you might have a task where you got to get player kills on Factory or whatever. So you'll be crafting your, I think it's 6.3 AP for the 9x19mm caliber, and suddenly you've got a couple hundred rounds of that. You whack that in your MP5, away you go. So yeah, it's a bit of effort, really, but as long as you're not doing it like focusing solely on crafting, because if you're like, today I'm going to craft a Golnik, you'll set it up to craft, you'll have your generator running, I think it's like 18 hours with the generator on to craft it, and then you get it back and it's like 90 bullets or 120 bullets or whatever, and you sit there and go, that's like 4 mags, like, come on man, or two extended mags, but that's what I mean, you do it in the background, it accumulates over time. I did it once. The first time I played SP, I was doing it, or I'd never really gotten to a stage in Tarkov where I was able to use the workbench properly, and I discovered that, a Golnik is in the workbench. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I'd never gotten this far in the game. So I started crafting a Golnik, as I say, in the background. Like, I was playing a USEC account, so I had like M4s and MP5s and stuff like that. And I was just like crafting the Golnik in the background. I was like, oh, this ammo is supposed to be pretty good. I've never used it before. I'll craft it and I'll see how it goes. And then I just kept crafting it and crafting it and crafting it. And then I found an RPK, I think it was, and just loaded up the 90 round mag with a Golnik and had a couple 60 rounders aside as well. And absolutely shredded. I think I took down Tagilla or one of those really tough scav bosses. I've never taken Killer down, so it wasn't him, but one of those tough scav bosses, and I just blew my mind. I was like, this is amazing. You've got free access to some of the best ammo in the game. You just have to craft it. So yeah, what an attractive character we are. Look at that, the balaclava and the John Lennon sunnies on, absolutely just stunning. But that was a pretty successful raid. Only 2 scavs. As I said, when you're trying to do this make Ultra great again task, scavs just decide to not exist. Bit of a pain in the bum. We killed that bear though, so that was good. Didn't really need to get player kills, but the more the merrier. Okay, so we've done that Eagle Owl at least. That's that task done. So we don't have to do nighttime raids ever again until we get chumming. And then we have to go back to Interchange and get PMC kills at night. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks to everyone hanging out. Don't forget to give the page a subscribe, give the video a like, stay tuned for the next one. Don't forget to go over to Twitch and give my Twitch a follow, LBDTV. Not streaming there currently, but probably will be very soon, potentially by the time this video goes out. Yeah, stay awesome. See you next time. Peace out, amigos.